you doing? Justin here with lick 2 in my little Curtis Mayfield, Jimi Hendrix styly kind of dyad rhythm licks, I'm calling them. So these are licks that you can incorporate into your rhythm guitar playing that shouldn't kind of interfere too much and get in the way. It's not like taking a solo, but at the same time it adds a lot of interest. Hopefully you've checked out lick number 1 and you had a bit of fun with that. So this one's based around the E shape chord, okay? So we're up here with the C chord up at the 8th fret, okay? Based around an E shape chord. And this little lick, I mean, it's such a, it's a real classic used by a lot of different people, your John Frusciante's. I mean, anyone who's had inspiration from Hendrix and Curtis Mayfield probably using this kind of style lick. It's a really, really nice one to work in. So let's get to a close-up and check out how to play it. Okay, I love this lick. Okay, this one's based off of the E shape. Okay, so it's still just a regular C bar chord. Most of you should be familiar with that one. So we play that first of all, or just usually just the thicker strings of it, actually, to be honest, rather than the full chord. Then first finger is going to go down and cover the thinnest 2 strings at the 8th fret. Third finger is going to hammer onto the 10th fret of the 2nd string. 1, 2, and it's the rhythm. 1, 2, and... Okay, now we've got this. This is a great lick, this one. Really, really common. Second finger's going down in the 8th fret of the 2nd string. First finger's going down in the 7th fret of the 3rd string. Okay, this little dyad. And then third finger is going to hammer on and flick off onto the 9th fret. Then little finger's going to reach out to the 10th fret of the 4th string. Some of you are going to find that a little awkward. There's no substitute for practice, okay? And then you're going to play again this 8th fret, 7th fret together and hammer on the 3rd finger into the 9th fret. Okay, 16th notes, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a... Note that I'm doing down, up, and back down again. I quite often do this with a down pick as well. Okay, but it requires 2 down picks in a row, so it would depend on the tempo. I think a better thing is to learn that. Down, hammer, flick, up on the 10th fret of the 4th string, and then back down for that. It's a really good phrase to practice anyway. Works lots of different styles, lots of different ways, that particular phrase. So 1, 2, and 3 E and a 4 E and 1, 2, and 3 E and a 4 E and a 1, 2, and 3 E and a 4 E. Okay, there's loads of variations you can do again with this. Lots of different phrases, and there's a couple of other... You can sneak in some other kind of bluesy licks as well. But as a starting point, 1, 2, and 3 E and a 4 E and a 1, 2, and 3 E and a 4 E and... Really, really nice phrase. Again, we've just done it in C, but make sure you practice in other keys as well. So once you feel confident with that, try it on A. 1, 2, and D. C. G. Okay, so starting to move it around between different chords is a really solid idea as well. Get you used to what it feels like in different parts of the neck, because things like this, reaching over with a little finger there in G is a little harder than it is in C. Okay, where the fingers are a bit closer together. Down here it's a bit more stretchy. You might have to find another way of doing it. Some people use your third finger there as well. I find that a bit too stretchy. Even with my stumpy little finger, it feels better than third finger. But a lot of it's preference. It's really down to what you feel comfortable with. So I hope you're having fun with this little series. Do please heed my recommendation of working these things into your playing before you start learning more licks, okay? I'd love you to visit the website and go and check out all the stuff, but putting that practice time in on your own is really, really important. Put in a drum groove on, or if you're fortunate enough to have a drummer and bass player that are happy to groove around for a bit for you on the one chord, spend a bit of time working that one lick on the one chord, really keeping it pretty strict as I've shown you. Then start experimenting, see what you can get out of it, then start moving the chord around to different keys. So you're playing it in C and then G and then F and whatever, B flat, whatever chord progression that you happen to be familiar with, and do try and work it into some songs as well. That really, really is important. So hope you're enjoying this little series. You join me for lick number 3, which I'm about to film as well. So that one will be ready for you over on the website. There'll be a link in the description. Please do go and check that out and register if you're digging things over on the website. There's loads of amazing features, dashboards to save your lessons, and a whole heap of other stuff. And if you happen to be watching over on YouTube, do hit that subscribe button and the little bell, the live bell as well. Of course, you'll get notified when I'm going online, when I'm doing new videos, and also when I'm doing the live thing. So I do a lot of live transcribing and stuff like that, which I think a lot of people say is really interesting. It often gets pulled down pretty much as soon as it's finished. So you have to be really in the moment if you want to catch those ones. The pre-recorded thing doesn't really happen with those. So anyway, hope you're enjoying all of that, and I'll see you for plenty more very soon. You take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.